Alright, so I'm going to talk about my performance at Play Festival in 2018. This performance, I wanted to put some new tricks in. I didn't want to do the old performance. I really wanted to use this new song that I found in Austria, which I really liked. And normally my routine usually has the horizontal bits at the start. They lead the audience in more, they're simpler. And so it kind of builds up that way, but this time I wanted it the other way around. So I start with the vertical bits that tend to incorporate more dancey moves and more movement in general. And the horizontal ones are more rhythmical, they go both directions. So they're more symmetric and they are kind of less interesting. So maybe that's a bad idea, but that's the way I wanted to do it this time. I can't really remember why I decided that, but that was decided. So I've been practicing for a while. I should have been making the routine for a while. I only knew like about a month beforehand, maybe. But I actually just made the routine in the final 3 days. So there's still some issues in that. And the inside of the tent was absolutely boiling. I should have obeyed my advice to one of my friends and used kind of complete antiperspirant deodorant on my hands. Because once that silicone gets wet with sweat, it's very slidey, and I was already sweating out the palms of my hands before I even went on stage. I nipped outside for the first act because I was third on, but I came back inside the tent for the second act, and even during that like 4 or 5 minutes, sweat galore. I tried to put rosin on my hands, put rosin on the staff, kept wiping my hands off, but still, it was really sweaty. But I'll know for next time. Just use the antiperspirant on my palms, and it's just a complete sweat block for silicone. I think it'll be amazing. Yeah, so in this routine, I wanted to go from like dancey to just like standing there and doing it, old school London style, with my feet perfectly together. I haven't watched it back yet. I don't know if my feet are together. I'm hoping so. I got my fancy shoes on. I was going to be wearing a waistcoat, but in the tech rehearsal, it's a waistcoat with a little collar, and the collar was getting in the way of absolutely everything. I mean, the collar of the shirt as well gets in the way, but there was already another person wearing a white t-shirt and dark trousers in the show, so I was like, nope, better wear the shirt. It did interfere in the intervals a little bit, but other than that, the shirt was fine. The arms were a bit lumpy, but I'm used to that anyway. Okay, here we go. Watching the video. Press and play. Now it's hard to get. I wanted to just breathe in on that rise in the music. It's hard to get that time so that I would do the intro right when it starts glitching out. Oh, here's my first mistake. It was meant to be a slightly different way into using the other arm to do the eccentric turn, but it didn't happen. It was actually simpler than I thought, but I don't think it looks as nice. I wanted it to do it differently. This is really the first time I'm watching this. Oh yeah, there's not much blocking you can do on this stage. Once you consider the length of the staff, and if it goes further, you have to have like literally a staff length between the sides, and then it's actually not that big, so maybe like 1.5 meters space between the sides, and then the stage is maybe only like 6 meters, so you've not got a lot of space to move around in. Oh, look at that, I shouldn't have grabbed it there. That was going to be a cool trick, and then it was just going a bit too fast. I didn't get the nice way into the vertical Steve either. It was a little bit too off center, I think. I remember when I grabbed it, I was like, I'm not in the right position, this is going to go horribly. And then I grabbed it when it was above my head. sad face. Oh yeah, and then angel rolls. Let's not talk about angel rolls. For some reason, the bad direction was just horrific because of the collar. I couldn't even do it without the collar in practice. It was just all completely gone. I guess it came back again, but I could have been nicer when I was very no, did not like. And normally I can do them for like, 20 repetitions, no trouble whatsoever. But I found a new little thing to teach them, so maybe I'll make a new tutorial on them. This is from the other routine. Oh, I almost got into it, but I just couldn't do it. So then I was like, I'm just gonna have to grab it and do a devil roll because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I had a new way in, it just didn't work right, and I was faffing around for ages. Oh, this is my favourite part, just walk around in the circle. There was multiple arrangements of that during the practice as well. During practice? What? During the making of the routine. And here I'm like, oh yeah, it's slippy, but I'm finally comfortable. I can just go ahead and do it. I don't know why they're clapping. It's just like, this is the easiest move ever. And the repetition is supposed to go with the repetition in the music as well. But apart from in this case, I believe. Yeah, being able to just walk around in a circle on stage and not actually do any tricks, I was like, I've never tried this before. I feel like it shows confidence, but I don't otherwise know why I decided to do that. And the music is a little bit short. I think it could have been longer. It's just lots of tricks. Nothing is really wrong in this. I could edit it to be longer as well. I mean, there's not quite enough time to do all the nice horizontal tricks. Oh, that looks good. I just wanted to make it kind of short and sweet, not drag it out. And not particularly have any emotion, just to be neutral. Run away! I don't like to overstay my welcome on stage, so I was just like, I'm already here. It's a little bit of imposter syndrome. Do I really deserve this clapping? Well, probably not. Okay, I'm gonna leave before they decide I don't deserve it.